God. This is gonna be close. Nope, I'm not gonna win this time either. Son of a bitch, it's totally my fault. Pardon my language. Alright, so if I can just stay away for a second, I can gain a little bit. Nope. Ah! Bastard! Alright. What the hell? Where's my shield? What happened to my shield? Oh my god, my shield is gone. Ugh, this guy is just not gonna go down without a fight. You know what'd be awesome? If I had the Nemesis system, like Shadow of Mordor, and I could just recruit this guy. If I could just force him to do whatever the heck I wanted him to do. Wouldn't that be awesome if I could recruit this guy? Oh man. So Shadow of Mordor, that and Dragon Age Inquisition was my game of the year, 2014. No joke. Games are so freaking good. Love those games. Thanks, statue. Garbage! Stop it! Stop hiding. There. Ugh. Man. Like the guy was bleeding out under me for like the longest time, too. Oof. Did I mention this game is gruesome? Because it's clearly based on the Iliad that way. Get up there, dork. Come on, Dorcas. How did I do this last time? I like did some weird double jump. Alright. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. Now, I mentioned this before, but going through inventory is really frustrating because it's not like a one-button thing where you just keep pressing square or X until you get to where you want. You actually have to just kind of go up and down. It's annoying. And sometimes when you try and go up and down, you accidentally hit left or right. And then you'll do something dumb, like arm yourself with something you didn't want to. And it's garbage. And it makes making grumpy. It's dumb. So dumb. Farmer's Fork, I don't want. Guess we'll do this. It's just really tricky. I gotta get that sun thing.
Apollo, radiant son of thundering Zeus, bring fire to my arrows to pierce any shield.
Alright. I like how I was just standing there like, hey, so what you doing? What you doing at the courthouse? Ah! I need to get to this. No! I need to get to this thing. There we go. Ha ha ha. Oh, good. Good. I'm so glad this went well. No! My guy was... Oh, man. Did you see that guy just run into that building? Okay, that was actually kind of worth it. That was amazing. I'm glad I got that on video. My guy arched into the air and smacked into a wall. If nothing else, I'm experiencing humorous deaths in this game, so I hope it's at least entertaining for you. Ugh. I swear I did not struggle against this guy the first time I played this game. It's just hilarious that I cannot get past him this time. But if nothing else, I'm kind of enjoying this, because I'm finding humorous ways to die. To die and to kill people. Ah! On guard. Do something, dude. Blast mines do they do anything? No, because this guy has to come over here. Go ahead. There you go. Out of my face, jerk. Alright. Dun 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 dun. So have any of you guys played Apotheon? What do you guys think of this game? I'm curious. Full disclosure, I reviewed this game for IGN, because of course I work there, and I gave it a 6.9, and I know that a lot of people got angry about that, But the truth was, as much as I wanted to love this game, I love the art, I love the mythology, I love the story. Well, actually, I take that back. There wasn't much of a story, so there wasn't much to love in that case. But this is a game that if it could get the platforming down and the inventory just a little more polished, I'd really love this game. But I had to be kind of hard on it because I feel like Alien Trap was really close. But a good game has to be a good game first, and an action platformer needs to work. And there are parts of this game where the platforming is unbelievably frustrating, and that's not okay. It's not frustrating like, oh, it's supposed to be difficult, of course. No, this was, my character's missing platforms he shouldn't be missing, and toggling through inventory in a way that, quite frankly, is not efficient. But I'm curious to know what you guys thought, because maybe you really love this game, and that's okay. Do share with your fellow Twitchcast viewers if you enjoyed the game, what you think of it. While you do so, I'm going to take a sip of Retsina. Okay. Here we go. And it's funny that some people, the funny thing that I didn't complain about that other people did was the animation style. And like I said, this feels like exactly how black figure characters on Greek Amphora would actually move, because they sort of have these pinwheel joints. So when you see pictures of them, let me see if I can find, I have so many books on ancient Greece by my feet, but I didn't mark any down with an actual picture. I have a huge coffee table book all about Greek pottery behind me, but I don't want to get up right now. Oh, this one doesn't have any pictures. But anyway, you can actually see in Greek pottery. Oh, I'll just show you. You know what? Duh. I'll just show you the front of this. This is called Greek Religion. It's by Walter Burkert, and it's all about the worshiping practices of the ancient Greeks. Now, you can't see it very well, I'm sorry, because of the camera, but you can see these archaic figures, and they're in the middle of a religious ritual, and you can see that they're sort of moving lifelike, but they're a little bit stiff, and that's sort of that what I call the pinwheel joint effect, where their movements, you can see that they're moving, but it's a little bit stiff. And so this is kind of what Apotheon is basing its art and style on. And that's okay, that's what it's supposed to do. So as you can see, if this looks very much like Apotheon, it's because Alien Trap did do their research, and they did things in the ancient Greek style. That's a lot of fun. Let's see, what book is this? Oh, here's an even better example. On the cover of the first Fossil Hunters, same thing. And you can actually see on this Greek pottery, you can see a skull, and this looks like an ancient skull that they actually found in Greece. And I'm sorry, there's a little bit of glare. But you can see that beautiful coral red. You can see the figures are moving, but again, it's a little bit stiff. And you can see this creepy skull. Look at that thing. And that was probably a real mammal skull or dinosaur skull that the Greeks stumbled across, because there are a lot of ancient bones in and around Europe, and the ancient Greeks would stumble upon them and be like, what the heck is this freakish thing? Well, it's your worst nightmare if it were, still alive, but lucky them it wasn't. So they got to make up all sorts of stories about it. In fact, here is a picture of a large fossil femur found in the ruins of the Temple of Ira in Samos, Greece. So the bone relic was placed in the temple in the 7th century BCE or earlier. So the ancient Greeks, all they knew is that this was the bones of something huge, and they would imagine it was like a hero or some sort of crazy creature, and so they would put them in temples. Look at that. Look how huge that is. That's ridiculous. I understand why the ancient Greeks would have these stories about these huge monsters and these all-powerful beings. Because again, oh my gosh, sorry, I know I'm rambling, but you gotta see this. This is a bipedal mammoth monster and a human skeleton. So it's a mammoth skeleton, but the ancient Greeks didn't know. So instead of being a woolly mammoth on 4 legs, they thought maybe this thing was a 2-legged giant. So can you imagine a woolly mammoth standing on its 2 legs instead of 4? This is what it would look like. So on the one side you see a human skeleton, and on the other side you see what a woolly mammoth would look like if it could stand on its hind legs and walk around. Nightmare fuel. Isn't it terrifying? And of course, this is what it looks like. It's already pretty darn big on 4 legs. But imagine if you thought this thing could get up and walk like a man. Yeah, you start to understand where these giants and crazy things come from. So I thought that was a fun book to share with you tonight, because we're going up against all sorts of crazy stuff. I think I'm going to probably once again have to retreat. I need the right types of arrows. So I was really close last time to defeating it with Apollo's 1 guard. The truth is, I'm just... A Doros? I do have a Doros. Okay. I might use this. Get rid of this. Probably for me, but whatever.
Apollo, radiant son of thundering Zeus, bring fire to my arrows to pierce any shield.
Trying to get rid of this thing. There it goes. It's gonna poke you a lot. Oh, I'm on fire. That would be the problem. It's like, what is draining my energy? Well, for starters, I'm on fire. No, I'm out of nectar healing again. Oh, hold on. All right. Can we craft? Oh, we can. Oh, fabulous. No, don't do that. Did I get him? Oh, I got him. And I probably didn't deserve... Ooh, look, you guys. Wall of Ajax. Named after the indomitable son of Telamon, this massive tower shield protects and inspires any who take refuge behind it. I was just reading something on Ajax last night, and it was all about... I mean, everyone relied on the Greek side in the Trojan War. Everyone relied on Ajax. He was this monster of a man. He was really tall, really strong, really powerful, and his shield was described sort of being like a giant wall that everyone could hide behind and everyone could defend themselves with. And I don't know if I'll be able to find the quote because I didn't mark it, but it was a really cool quote on Ajax. And this was just, and there was a big Ajax and a little Ajax. So I find that is just kind of crazy. Oh, here we go. He was called Lion-Hearted Ajax. And that's really cool. And everyone had an amazing epitaph. So, like, Menelaus was, like, the Lord of the War Cry. Isn't that cool? Lord of the War Cry. I don't know what my epitaph would be. I mean, not like to be macabre and be like I'm dead, but just like what title I would have. Like, you know, Celtic Queen sounds great and all, but what does that mean? Whereas, you know, I'm like Terror of Armies or something. That would be amazing. Anyway, so we've now got the Wall of Ajax. So we've got this really cool shield that's going to hopefully protect us when we take on Apollo. So that's our next goal, is find the lyre or lyra of Apollo, which is very symbolic and emblematic of Apollo, who invented that musical instrument, and he was a god of like poetry and music, and basically in a way he was a god of enlightenment. Last time we talked about the difference between him and Helios, Helios being the literal personification of the sun, but Apollo is often called the god of light, and that sometimes confuses people. But my own interpretation is Apollo is a god of enlightenment. He's all about knowledge and culture and whatnot. And Helios is the actual personification of the sun. And the Rhodians sure loved him, so the island of Rhodes, of course, built the Colossus of Rhodes, which was a huge statue of Helios. And to put it in a gaming context, you would know that statue from God of War 2 at the... Whoop. Alright, what's happening here? No.